Second.
Roll call.
Harville.
Here.
Elbert.
Here.
Venable.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Bechtel. Young.
Here.
Meadows.
Here.
Coward.
Here.
All right. Hearing of citizens' comments. Doesn't look like we have any. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes, the approval of the minutes from November 17th? And they will stand as submitted. Consent items. A, consider, consider pay app number 7 in the amount of $7,049.95 to Hydrovac of Missouri for the lead line survey inventory. Item B, consider pay app number 2 in the amount of $80,161.47 to C.L. Richardson Construction for water and sewer improvements 2025. And item C, consider change order number 2 in the amount of $0.00 to C.L. Richardson Construction for water and sewer improvements 2025. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the above consent items.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions or discussions?
How much longer on Hydrovac?
What does their contract go through till next year? Hydrovac?
Well, Hydrovac, it's March 1st.
Get closer.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
And what's going on with the CL?
The change order?
Yeah, the change order.
The change order is we had a fire hydrant that was on the reams and the rice that was connected to a portion of the line that was still active. We had a sewer manhole where we found a service line that went in the manhole. We had to core drill and put that service line in. We weren't aware of it. And then we have some 6-inch service line. There's a lot of things out there that, according to the plans,
Find a little discovery out there when you dig.
yeah. You know, it was supposed to be a 6-inch water line we're tapping, ended up being 4. Just a lot of stuff that's unforeseeable under the ground.
This is the beginning. Okay, thank you.
But it was a reduction. So that was good.
Roll call.
Harville.
Yes.
Elbert.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Young.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Coward.
Yes.
Item 6, presentation of accounts and claims. A, appropriations on page 13.
Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Boonville as follows. Section 1, for the purpose of paying salaries and various accounts against the City of Boonville, which have been allowed by the Council at the regular meeting thereof on December 1, 2025, the sum of $459,604.22. General Fund, $127,427.30. Sanitation, $59,849.13. CIP tax, $23,556.36. Waterworks, $123,788.31. Capital projects, $5,851.46. Wastewater, $87,514.88. Tourism, $6,915.82. Gaming, $12,702.00. Parks and Water, $11,998.96. Kemper sales tax, $0.00. Economic Development Project, $0.00. Section 2, the accountant is hereby authorized and instructed to draw checks on the respective city bank accounts in favor of the persons whose salaries and accounts have been allowed as above amounting to $459,604.22, being the total amount of money being appropriated. Section 3, this ordinance shall take effect and be in force from and after its passage. First reading, December 1, 2025. Read for the second time this December 1, 2025, since a copy was made available prior to the meeting.
Second reading title only.
Ordinance appropriating money.
Mayor, I move that we approve this ordinance appropriating money.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay. Roll call.
Harville,
Yes.
Elbert, Venable,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Bechtel, not here, Young,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Cower.
Yes.
Never gonna hit a curveball. No unfinished business. New business, item A. First reading of bill number 2025-029, amending the solid waste collection fees portion of administrative fees, parentheses, appendix G, in the Code of General Ordinances.
In order to the City of Boonville, Missouri, amending solid waste collection fees, portion of the schedule of administrative fees, Appendix G in the Code of Ordinances, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing parts of ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Is there a motion?
It's just first reading.
First reading, excuse me. I was looking at the other page. Item B, first reading of bill number 2025-030, approving an agreement with Black Flock LLC. I almost made an error there.
In order to the City of Boonville, Missouri, approving a commercial lease and operating agreement with Black Flock LLC and Josh Black individually for management of Hale Ridge Golf Course.
Reports of standing committees. Any? Reports of city officials. I have nothing tonight. City administrator?
Just a couple things. On page 31, I provided you with a memo, and the weather's not that great, and there's no heat in this building. If you guys have questions, I'm happy to talk about anything in this sort of, I know some of you have probably already seen the introduction to sources and uses, but I like to provide it. I think it's useful for when we start talking about projects and where money comes from and what it can be used for. The one thing I do want to note, as it's on the back side of page, it starts on page 33, is that the sanitation increase is 3.5%. So by contract, the WM is entitled to 2.5% every year, so long as the CIP is less than 5%. So that, and then we'd like to layer a 1% on there to cover the city's portion, which is for staff primarily, insurance costs, loggers increases. I don't have most of that yet, but I'm confident that this will cover it. We're getting some new customers with the new housing, so that's helping to kind of backfill some of that. So that is where that number comes from. I have started preliminarily working on sanitation budget itself, but I'm not ready to share it yet just because I would like to get some of those insurance numbers in there so I have a better sense for where it is. The other thing I wanted to note that is, I think, fabulous news for everyone is that we have finally paid off our fuel surcharge debt due to WM. So we have been collecting $1 on every bill for the past 3 years. We are paying it off this month, so we are done, and the current diesel payments are low enough that the fuel surcharge will no longer be in effect. So that's a good thing for us, and I appreciate WM's willingness to work with us to kind of catch up to the amount. I think all total it was probably like about $120,000 that we owed them additionally that we had passed on to the ratepayers. So that'll be a good thing. And then also I did just put a note in here on the very last paragraph on 33 about reserve funds. The reserve fund in sanitation is improving. It's currently about $700,000. I have yet to charge any capital out of sanitation unless it's small stuff like lawnmowers or those sort of things. But when we did all of our significant upgrades to the transfer station, gaming is still paying for all of those things. It's not quite that great. The budget is about $1 million. So really, if you could have a reserve of $1 million, that would give you sort of like a whole year of backfill or some capital project. And that's really what we're working towards. It still has several $100,000 to go, as you can see, but we are making some ground. So I think that's a good sign as well. And I will take any questions if you guys have anything.
Okay, then, being none,
Okay, and if you have any later, you can come find me at City Hall.
and have you, budget kickoff is coming. City clerk,
Yeah, I just want to remind everyone for the last time, election is April 7th. The filing period is December 9th through the 30th. Cy pointed out earlier that the newspaper says December 10th. That's not correct. The first day to file is December 9th, not the 10th, so FYI.
alright, thank you. Economic developer,
Good evening, Mayor, Council.
good evening, Jim.
My report is in your packet, and of course, as always, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those. I did have a back and forth with Councilman Bechtel about leads that are coming to us from the Missouri Partnership, and he wanted to confirm that the last lead that we had that we received from the Missouri Partnership that we had a qualifying site for was back in May, and that's true. So we haven't received hardly any leads from the state of Missouri really since May. There's been one or two that we didn't have qualifying sites or buildings for, but nothing of substance. So I did, prior to Councilman Bechtel asking the question, I had inquired of Missouri Partnership what's going on, and it really is three things. First is the availability of energy for any type of manufacturing, because right now the hot space is in data centers, and so if you've seen local reporting about that around the state, it's that way across the country. But the other thing is, so not only is available energy being used up, available generated energy being used up, but also manufacturing concerns are now making higher and higher demands of energy even for manufacturing, largely because of automated equipment, those kinds of things. So that's been one factor, and that's probably the major factor. The other is that many plant expansions in the U.S. or new facilities in the U.S. come from foreign direct investment. So these are going to be companies that are elsewhere that are opening up new plants, that kind of thing, and our uncertain public policy as a country has had a chilling effect on that currently. So that's what they inform me. We're trying to secure leads from local sources as best we can, and that's what we've been working on. Having said that, we don't have very much of a basket of goods to sell from, and what I mean by that is that our last vacant building will soon be occupied. Our vacant industrial building will soon be occupied, and that statewide announcement will occur on December the 9th, so watch for that. So that's our last vacant building, although the old bakery's still on my list. And the only available industrial land that we have are some relatively small lots that are still in the Mid-America Industrial Center, and then there is a 100-acre certified site that's in the village of Windsor Place. That is good that it's a certified site, that's developable lands, it's relatively flat for Boonville, but it is challenged with some infrastructure when it comes to water and wastewater. So it doesn't fit all things. So I'm asking the BCDC to start down a path of securing more developable land for industrial purposes, and we're starting down that road. Other than that, the BCDC's website has now been fully updated, so if you haven't been there lately, go look. There's a bunch of information there. And then I'll just finish kind of back where I started with foreign direct investment. So today I was able to go out to Kawasaki, and the Consul General of Japan was in town. So this is with the U.S. Consulate, was here touring Kawasaki's facilities, and it was a very incredible meeting. And again, it was their nation kind of doing a road trip just to celebrate the economic development that they have in the United States and in communities like ours. And so I got to speak with the president of Kawasaki Motors that this plant reports to. They're thrilled with being in Boonville. They're challenged by workforce, just like they are everywhere. But it was really an incredible event. It was a very small event. It was just a handful of people, but it was nice that they took the time to do that. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Any miscellaneous? Is there a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Steve.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. Get up and leave.